But the weather thing is like super relevant, pertinent, and you still see these pick your pejorative globetards, weather tards, global warming tards, whatever, suggesting this is ridiculous. And I just think, like we talked about off air, like the Goebbels saying, you got to repeat. The more you repeat a lie, the more it becomes true. The truth is the same way. You got to just keep repeating it.
Right.
And I hate to keep bringing it up because it's, to me, at this point, so basic and like passe. But like in preparation for this, John and Eric, I didn't even intend to pull this clip up, but I found it, and it's just so mainstream. It's so casual. It was 3 years ago. It's got 1 million views, and I don't know why on the mainstream networks it's not more part of the conversation. Like when we talk about weather forecasts, it shouldn't just be high pressure, low pressure, moon cycle, sun cycle, blah blah blah.
Dew point.
How about, you want to talk about man-made climate change? How about we talk about this?
We're here in Santa Barbara County, home to one of the longest running cloud seeding operations in the country. We've got some ground-based cloud seeding equipment right here, and we're going to get to hear all about how it works and see it in action. Let's check it out. Cloud seeding is the most common type of weather modification, and it has many different techniques and applications. Today, it's mostly used to increase rain and snowfall, reduce the size of hail, and reduce fog at airports.
Traditionally, cloud seeding has been done from the air. So airplanes have had racks on them where these same flares are positioned on the airplane, and the airplane flies into the storm. So in order to reduce the cost to the client and reduce our carbon footprint, we've been able to station these on the ground. Now we can do this in places where weather permits.
Behind a barbed wire fence designed to keep away curious cattle, the cloud seeding gear awaits the right kind of weather.
So these are referred to as AHOGs. That stands for Automated High Output Ground Seeding Systems. We've got 3 primary components of our equipment here. The first is the control module that you see behind me. Then we have our actual cloud seeding flares. The cameras for security. It also helps us observe weather conditions in real time and make sure that all of the equipment is operating correctly during a storm. Inside these canisters are the flares with the seeding agents. The canisters are used as spark arresters, so they prevent sparks from reaching the ground. So if we pull off the spark arrestor, you can see the flare inside. The ignition of the flares are controlled from the control module that's behind us. So the white triangle there is a cell service modem, and then the solar panel keeps us powered. Inside we have a battery and then a control board. So the control board interacts with the software.
I think that's enough. I mean, this to me looks like a
maybe sub $1 million outfit.
Academic grant research project. The longest running ground-based experimental. Casually admitting that we fasten this stuff to planes.
Yeah.
But contrails, guys, contrails. I want to open it up to the floor, John, Eric. I mean,
what do you think of this revelation of the method?
Yeah, they definitely wanted to psyop people with the chemtrails. So, like, they always want people in a state of fear and confusion and distrust, right? And so when people see contrails behaving differently than normal, then it definitely behooves the status quo, or like the way that they want things to go, to make sure that people just run wild with it, right? And, I think that there's probably even maybe something more to it, like another layer to that, where there's probably some free energy element to airline flights.
Yeah.
Where they don't actually have to burn fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And so one of the elements that's going to be released from that sort of a propulsion mechanism could potentially be water vapor. And so if that's the case, they would much rather fear porn everybody with chemtrails than everybody to know that their plane tickets have skyrocketed, even though the price for fuel is free on the planes.
Well, yeah, we've definitely
there's that potential.
Yeah, that's an interesting segue. I mean, we have discussed that particular line of possibility, well, around airlines.